last night, and it was a war. It was. I was outside, a bunch of people outside, just doing regular life. It was nighttime, and the sky lit up, almost as if it was on fire. And you don't see nothing until something starts to approach out of the clouds. So come out of the clouds, it was like they just spread and stuff like that. And I'm assuming it was missing.
Yeah, what he's describing are those warheads, that those missiles carry, man. Because these missiles is going to be shot over in Babylon the Great, and they're going to contain many warheads. Hey, with that being said, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Yeah, so you got this Jake, he's describing a dream, which is reality. It lines up with the scriptures on how the day of Yahweh Shai, when Yahweh Shai return, it's gonna be a day when these different nations, all these nations, they're gonna shoot off their missiles. As the scripture goes into, this is going to be a day of destruction. This is going to be a day where America, in certain parts of the earth, like Israel, hey, they're gonna get their destruction. They're gonna get their judgment, man. This is gonna be the day that America is gonna be touched. So, just let them get on with the vision.
Because the media and stuff was fire coming out the bag. Specifically, I remember the missiles they were green, red, and white with fire coming out the bag. And now the thing is, I want to say like hellfire, and the reason I say that is because it was so many of them. Like so many everywhere. And the thing is, you couldn't see them until it was like they were over the clouds.
Well, as the scripture goes into, it was 200,000 thousands, So you got 200 million, it goes into a flood of missiles going to hit this place, because again, as the scriptures say, 2 Peter chapter 3, the old world was done away with the water, but this time, this world here, this age, this society is going to be, done away with a flood again, but this time, this flood is going to be with nuclear fire, because as scriptures speak on how, with the Revelation 19 chapter, the Revelation 14, how America will become the lake of fire, and this is the second death.
And then you just see them coming out of the clouds, and like I said, they were literally everywhere. And cars and houses and people, and it was just screaming and complete and utter chaos. People crying, people running and dipping and just trying to dodge. It was crazy. And like I said, it wasn't like big explosions. It wasn't like, it was like little explosions, but they were like, they were big enough. And
he described how they was hitting cars, buildings, people. Well, the scriptures goes into that. So let's get this real quick. Let's get this in the book of 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse, let's see, just to grab what I just quoted, verse 5. Hey, for this they are willingly ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that was then, being overflowed with water, perished. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai got everything reserved, man, for the judgment. Everything that's gonna be judged, or everyone. So like, everyone that's gonna be judged. And again, you got this whore that's set up under many waters, the mother of harlots. America will be judged. So all these cars, these buildings, these people that these missiles are going to consume, it states it right here in the scriptures, going right into verse 10. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. And that great noise is going to be the impact of these missiles, which is biblical prophecy. So this is going to happen, because the Lord got it set up for it to happen. The Lord has it written in His story, man. In the movie, this is a part of the movie. He's describing a part of the movie, man. He's describing a scene in the movie where there's going to be a high impact of missiles in the earth, and that place is over here in the west. It says with a great noise, and the elements, and it's a thing, everything is made of elements, man. In the past 10 years, I looked it up last night, in the past 10 years or 15 years, since 2002, 4 new elements was added to the periodic table. And I'm pretty sure, it's much more out there, but hey, you people are made of elements as well, man. So, and people are going to be burned up. They're going to be added to the fire. It says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, which is an extreme heat, man. The earth also, and the works that are therein, shall be burned up. This is a part of biblical prophecy. This is a part of biblical prophecy, man. There's no escaping judgment. Who judgment is for? Who destruction is for?
I woke up and I was panting, and I was like, what the fuck? Because it seems so real. And then I was like, looking around, I was like, okay, this is still here, I'm still alive.
Hey, another point I want to make. He said they didn't seem to be big old big explosions or whatnot. But if you got 200 million fires, let's just say small fires, even 200 million small fires add up to one big one. Like, so that is intense heat, man. That is intense heat for an entire country such as Babylon the Great, 5,000 square miles to be engulfed. Hey, man, that with 200 million fires, man, that is an extreme heat. That is extreme, man.
And then, so I ended up going back to sleep. And I went back to sleep into the exact same dream. And I right where I left off. And
Hey,
I was just running.
hey, it's like also it's something because for you to go right back into the same dream, just tell me. I mean, you know, me speaking as a man, but the scriptures say, hey, there will be no escape. You know, this is going to be reality for people. This is going to be people's reality. They can't escape these missiles, man. They're going to try to escape them. They're going to try to run, but ain't nowhere to run. Because this place is going to be left utterly desolate.
And I ran back for some reason, I think to grab somebody, and there was a missile coming, and like, or fireball, I don't know, I think it was missiles and stuff. And then the whole time in my dream, it was just, it felt like a Russian invasion or something. It just kept saying Russia. And it wasn't like flashing saying Russia, the missiles didn't say Russia, like the feeling was just Russia, and I do not know why. I don't even know what the fuck that means. But it was just,
What the scriptures say, the bear should make war with the whore, man. So Russia gonna get down. This is gonna be one of the main. Hey, and it's in the news. You know, it's always in the news how they're gonna be. That there is friction between the United States and Russia, man. You know, that north country. No, it's like that north country, man.
it was like, it was almost as if it was raining fire out of the sky. I mean, it was that many fucking missiles, and they were just constantly just coming, just just like that. They come out the clouds and they spread out like that, and they're not going any like direct area. They're just spreading and just hitting whatever hit. But it was so many of them.
He said like it was raining fire, raining missiles, like coming out the clouds. And so this is the book of Isaiah chapter 5. No, slot. It's Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 5. Let's start at verse 4. Verse 2 of slot. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Let's go to verse 5. It says, For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. The sword of Yahweh shot. This sword here is speaking of these missiles that's going to rain down upon Idumea. You know, they're going to do their work in the earth, and they're going to hit certain places. You know, but for the bulk of them, they're going to hit America. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, and it shall come down upon Idumea, upon the people of my curse to judgment. Verse 5, it says, and when the sword has finished his work in the heavens, it shall fall down on Edom, the nation I have marked for destruction. No getting around that. There's no getting around it.
And it was so constant. The rapid fire was just so, it was just, and so many people were dying. It was just said Russia. It was just like Russia, but and I don't even think Russia is even green, red, and white. So I don't know what the hell that's all about. But still, it was just the fact that I went to sleep and woke up and then went right back to sleep and went right back into where it left off. That just made it even more kind of scary. And then I woke up, when I finally did wake up, I was just like, that was one hell of a dream. Like, I don't know what that was about, why, and it could have been something else. Maybe it wasn't this. I don't know. It's just red, white, and green, and for some reason Russia just kept on circulating in my soul or my mind or whatever. I don't freaking know. And yeah, it was crazy. Crazy dream. But either way, I just wanted to share my dream with you guys. Talk to my aunt. She's very churchish. That sounds like the end of the world, the end of times, and some prophetic stuff. I don't know. And yeah, I'll talk about it, and it kind of makes me a little nervous. In my spirit, I feel like a little shaking and stuff. And I'm not even a spiritual person. I don't go to church or anything, but I just feel every time I think about it or like talk about it and stuff, I get really, really uncomfortable. So I don't know. But anyhow, that's it.
Well, yeah, that describes the end of Esau's reign, the end of this age. You know, because the Lord is going to use those missiles to purify the air. You know, to clean that land over there where those 1948ers are, to bring judgment to the unwanted in the earth, man. The 2/3 of our people. And these proud ass Americans, man. So this is the book of Malachi 4 and verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave. It's like it, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So this is the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is the day of the missiles, man. This is the day of the Lord's judgment. The Lord's wrath, man. Hey, scripture says, in these last days, how the Lord is going to give dreams and visions. You know, so people are getting those dreams and visions, man. They're getting those dreams and visions. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 5. They come from a far country, even the end of heaven, even the Lord. And his weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. It says, how are ye, for the day of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Isaiah 34 and 6, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord have made a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Adumia. So there, Adumia, America is about to be a great. It's about to be a great sacrifice here, man. You know, one big altar, man. Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai is finna perform his work in the form of bringing judgment to Babylon the Great. You know, and there will be a great deliverance in this place, man. The great deliverance for the 1/3 of our people, you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, is going to come out of Babylon the Great. It's going to come out of America. Verse 8, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance. Hey, let's get this in the NLT. It says, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, the year when Edom will be paid back for all it did to Israel. So you got to get your judgment, man. You touch the apple of the Lord's eye. And you further those afflictions, those judgments. You know, you further the afflictions, man. You know, all the bullshit. Hey, how about Shmuel Shai's finna judge you for that? The scripture here says, seek, verse 16 says, seek ye out the book of the Lord and read, and none of these shall fail. None of these prophecies is gonna fail, man. You know, hey, cause and this is what we need salvation from. We need saving from the judgment, you know, that the Lord is gonna bring upon this land, upon these people. We need saving for that. So, hey, ain't nobody saved right now, man. You know, ain't nobody saved right now. This is what we're gonna need saving from. Hey, but Lord willing, this was edifying. I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.